Look at what we got here. Welcome to another
Yeah,
episode of
look
United
at
We
him.
Nerd.
Hey,
I
look what
am
I
your
got here.
host and World Nerdyweight Champion Brian here.
Peter. Peter.
Along, hey, you know what? It's not my fault that you fumbled. You dropped the bag. You had the lead.
All right. Oh, all right. All right.
You know what?
Fighting words right there. Fighting words.
It's fine. It's the dawn of a new era.
Oh yeah. I was
For
gonna go
anybody,
nice on you, but I think we gotta take it to the crucible. I'm gonna slap you around now.
oh, is that what we're gonna do?
I'm
Is that
thinking
is that
about it
your?
now. Now you said
Oh,
fumble. I was like, oh, okay, all right, all right.
well, by my clock, you have until Sunday to make a
Yeah, we'll
decision,
see.
my friend.
I might want to just kick the shit out of your Ken and feel good about it, even if I lose.
Well, for anybody that missed it, obviously this past Sunday we had our third anniversary stream, which
Woo!
concluded the Chase for a Title series, where I came away with the victory and became
You
your
did.
World Dirty Weight Champion.
You did.
But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys on Sunday. We appreciate all
Hell
the
yeah.
support you've been giving us. And let's make this next 3 years even better,
Yeah.
I
6 years.
suppose.
That'd be wild. 6 years of the podcast.
It's a long time. Um,
It's a lot of yeahs and nods.
but yeah, so the stipulation going forward is that every month, at the end of the month, this title will be put on the line in whatever challenge the challenger decides to give. And we made the agreement that Joel has to think of a challenge by the end of this coming week. So by Sunday, Joel has to make a declaration on what the game is and whether it's a competitive game or it's a challenge of ability. We have to see. And I see
Thinking about
Joel.
that too.
I see Joel's things are percolating in your brain a little bit. I could see it,
know.
but you're not ready to say right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about if I should throw you in a Grandmaster or fucking throw you some JP, fucking slapping you around. We'll
I,
see. Let's
I'm
get
I
the
am
zoner in
terrible at
there.
JP. I would be worried. I'm too into the Tekken game right now. My Street Fighter game is rusty. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what I'm
But
counting on.
yeah, so welcome to the United Winner podcast. We have a lot to get into today. But first off, I'm
Yes.
gonna put this guy right in view.
Look at him walk away with that. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him put it over there.
Or I guess not everyone will see it because I'm in the way, but it's back there. Trust me. Okay, Joel. We have a little bit to talk
right.
about today.
Yeah.
Because for people that don't know, we recorded on Tuesday, which is Pokemon Day.
Woo!
Yeah, all Pokemon fans celebrating. There was some news that came out from the Pokemon Company that we should talk about. And also, last week there was a Nintendo Direct, a partner direct that had some cool announcements that will go over. At least the stuff that actually matters to us, for the most part.
The PlayStation announcement.
There was a PlayStation announcement. So I guess we should probably go over a little bit of small news before kicking into the main topics today. Joel, can you refresh my memory about the PlayStation announcement?
Oh, at least for us, I guess there's two announcements. The good one. Let's start with the good one. There's a bad one too. Sea of Thieves is coming to PlayStation 5. And
That's
so
right.
that's a great move. It's been on Xbox for 6 years. I think that's a great. They're allowing the game to go over, and it's a fun game. We joked we're ready to show some newbies the ropes because we get clowned on by PC players all the time.
That is very true.
So our joke was, watch out, PS5 players. But it's a lot of fun. It still gets consistent updates for the one price we paid. I think I paid extra for season passes and stuff. It's just that good, and it's only gotten better. Like people coming into this new game, you got a lot, and it's great. So super excited for y'all, and just that's just cool. Like it's like cool. What is Xbox bringing over to Sony and PlayStation? That was pretty cool. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts
you're
on that,
right.
Brian?
No, it's great. It's definitely one of the games that's been rumored for a while. So it wasn't so much of a if Sea of Thieves was coming to PlayStation as a matter of when, and they told us. So it'll be cool to see how this new influx of players will change Sea of Thieves,
Hmm.
because like Sea of Thieves has been kind of I wouldn't say like hitting a plateau, but it's definitely, there's been a consistency of just like the player base. So it's like there'll be times where you'll hop into a server and there's, a few people kind of wrecking house or kind of doing piratey
Yeah,
stuff. But then there's sometimes you hop into a server and there's nothing going on. There's nobody there.
yeah.
So I'm hoping, and I think Xbox is hoping that with this whole new player base with the PlayStation players, that it'll create this whole new influx of activity. That's the word I was
Mm.
thinking, trying to think of activity for the overall health of Sea of Thieves. Because like I would say Sea of Thieves has been hurting.
No, definitely not hurting. But like you're saying, we notice like, oh, this is a dead server, or the when it's peaks and valleys for sure. Like beginning of the season, of course, there's hella people. End of the season, like a lot of games, it's pretty pretty tame, or can
Yeah,
be.
yeah. So the more the merrier, as you'd say. The other
Yep.
thing that I did just remember is that also Hi-Fi Rush also was officially announced for PlayStation,
Hell yeah.
which is great because Hi-Fi Rush is a really good game. More people need to play it. So having it be available to PlayStation players is going to be great, which gives us more hope that there will be a sequel sometime in the future. Because I feel like for being considered a small project by Xbox, I think it's still worth their time to kind of like try to make it grow and expand. So
Still need to play
PlayStation
that. It's
players,
free on Game Pass, right?
oh, of course, it's a first party
Hell
game.
yeah.
But
Hell
PlayStation
yeah.
players, when it releases, go get Hi-Fi Rush. You'll be happy. It's a really cool game, and you'll just have a fun time. Great music, great combat, lovable characters. The characters are great. The art style is fantastic too. So go check it out when it releases. I think it's releasing sooner than Sea of Thieves, I believe.
Seems like a much easier game to port. I mean, I don't know shit about development, but in my mind it is.
It's just kind of like a button swap for the most part. Let's see. Just trying to look up a date. Oh, you can. It says you can pre-order starting February 22nd.
Oh,
So I
already
guess it's coming
pre-ordering.
out. So I guess it's coming out pretty. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
March
shit.
19th. So yeah, it's coming out a month
Oh,
before Sea of
soon.
Thieves is.
That's soon.
So there you go. March 19th. Put it on the calendar. Hi-Fi Rush. PlayStation 5. Go get it. I know this segues really well into the Nintendo stuff, but I kind of want to diverge a little bit for some of the small news that I was picking up. There's some Helldiver news recently, as we know, Joel, because we've been all up in the Helldivers in the past
Like
few
even
weeks.
Baldur's Gate took a back seat. That's how much. And I fucking love Baldur's Gate. Like I've been
Yeah.
all up in Helldivers.
So recently, they just gotten the server update, which is great. It used to, when it came out, it only had like a 450,000 player capacity, and now it's been
Mm-hmm.
upgraded to a 700,000, which is great.
800.
Oh, they upgraded again.
Yeah. One more,
Oh
yeah.
shit. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Um, but they also had a server timeout, which is great because that was a big problem where people would just
Yeah.
be on the game and no one could get in because people would just be sitting in their ship, being AFK. So that's also cool.
Yeah.
There's been some hints that we might be getting some new updates for the game, some mech based updates, which I think
Or
our friend
cars.
Fernando was telling us about.
Yeah.
But I think it's being more and more confirmed as the days goes on. But there's some
They were in the
news that
first
I,
one, so we'll see.
yeah. But there's some news that I saw today that I want to talk to you real quick, Joel. Apparently, there are some players that are already trying to metagame Helldivers. So apparently, there are reports that there are players that are kicking out randos if you randomly jump into a game with other players, that they will
Hmm.
kick you out based on your loadout. Like if they think your loadout
Yeah.
isn't meta, that
I've been seeing a lot of posts like that.
which I'm kind of not surprised, but also I'm just kind of like, come on, bro, it's a PVE game.
Yes. I want to touch on this. So this is like the most PvE game I played recently, I think. It's super drop in and have fun. That's literally like it's thing, right? That's its shtick. That's the whole basis of the game. You literally drop in, kill some bugs. There's some missions, satire about things Starship Troopers has touched upon. On one hand, like you have these hardcore gamers, as always, like you don't have the right stuff for this hella hard mission. What are you doing? Get out of here. I kind of see that. You want best optimal success, right? But at the same time, this is like a really fun game, and
Yeah,
if you are setting yourself up to have people join when you want the most optimal loadout, that doesn't make sense. You need to pre-make your squad before doing that. You should know that people are randomly joining your
exactly.
games with almost anything, right? Um, so it's a strange thing. Like, I don't want to play by myself, but you need XYZ. It's like, no, you put your squad together. If you really want that, to be the best and make that,
Yeah,
finish that hard ass mission, you should have pre-prepared, right? Not, I hope someone has the right stuff comes in. You're pulling from a pool of almost 800,000 people who can use whatever the fuck they want, right? I
right.
mean, yesterday I was playing not meta. I was kind of hurting myself, but it was fun, right? And we were in a harder mission. I was using a flamethrower. I was like, this isn't very optimal, but I was having fun. So
Yeah,
I don't think it's that kind of game. And I would hate to see, but it would make sense though. For Helldivers, like the harder stuff is squad locked, like Destiny 2. You can only do the really hard stuff if you have a full squad already. Um, which makes sense, but also it's like it's not that
it's
big.
not.
I mean, sorry, uh, not big. Big, not the right word. It's not that intense of a game mode like that. I'm sure Helldivers difficulty and everything below, like the two ranks or rings below, are really tough. But I don't know. It's literally
Yeah.
drop in, have fun. I don't get
So,
that feeling from the game.
oh yeah.
It's just big fucking time gamers or streamers, right? Just being like, you don't have the right stuff. And it's like, if it kills the bug, that's the right stuff. That's the kind of game it is. I don't know. That's just me personally.
So I totally agree. Like Helldivers is literally like there are so many different stratagems and like kits that you could bash together and just see what works, and that's part of the fun is just to see what works
Yeah.
for any situation. Now, it's also so it's very obvious this comes from a very like competitive mindset, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it is called an unwritten rule for a reason because it is not a rule of the game. It's a rule that you are setting for yourself. So if you're complaining that you're getting randos that drop in that don't have the loadout you want, either A, pre-make your squad with your friends, that who all agree on the same thing, or two, don't put down an SOS if you really are complaining about that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't expect. Like I said, it's a server that has over 800,000 people that could be playing at any given moment. You're not gonna get as many people as you think that would agree to that kind of thing, especially people that just want to hop in and just kind of experiment, especially if maybe they wanted to do a hell diver difficulty mission, but they, didn't want to go alone. They wanted to, join, tag in. You got to be able to work along with that. And also, I was watching a TikTok earlier today, and someone pointing out how that idea is also ridiculous because Helldivers is a procedurally generated game. Every time you jump into a world, the same things do not happen all the time. So to have a quote unquote meta loadout for a game where every time you jump onto a planet, random shit will happen sounds ridiculous. So just have fun. It's like we don't need to be so serious all the time. Yeah, you want to win and you want to complete the mission, but just have fun. And if you like
Yeah.
being
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
sorry, I just want to say like if finding the meta build is fun for you, that's great. But just don't try to push that onto randos that you can't predict will hop into your game if you put down an SOS pad. That's just
Yeah. I was just gonna say if you put a high difficulty and I'm feeling spicy, you're gonna see stratagems with smoke bombs, y'all, and they're fucking good. Don't diss them. I've dropped them and it's covered us. So if you don't see me throwing a nuke and you're pissed, sorry, I wanted to save us so we all get out. You'd be surprised what anti meta does. Okay, as a veteran Destiny player, I definitely played with people who've used the meta and people who are off the meta, and I've seen extremes on both sides that are really good. You'd be surprised with the right thing, with the right person, will do great things. Just saying, even in Helldivers 2, the smoke. I'm talking about it now. It's fucking great. Drop that smoke, dude. Cover yourself. They don't see you. Same thing with the Tesla coil. My buddy was like, I don't think it's that strong. I was like, I'll try it for fun. I racked up like 30 kills with a Tesla coil, including
nice.
myself. So just have fun, please. If you really want to be hardcore about it, Tarkov and fucking Call of Duty and Destiny are waiting for you. I'm not saying to leave either, but it's like you hinted at, Brian. Don't impose it. It's not that kind of game. Honestly, like read the room. Read the room.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a little bit of thing I saw today, and I was like, really? Huh, okay.
Yeah.
It's finally come. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess in some other news, it's some of our least favorite news to talk about.
I was wondering when we were going to talk about this regarding Sony.
Yeah, so it was announced today that Sony is laying off more people today.
900.
900. And it sucks. I mean, layoffs suck in general, but this is like a widespread layoff. I believe there's layoffs at Naughty Dog. Let's see.
They canceled a Twisted
Insomniac
show too.
Yeah. And I believe most of their London studio that no, I think they okay, so it's kind of weird. So certain countries deal with layoffs differently. Like here in America, it's basically like done. London, I think they have to put it under review, and then it's like it could be like a month process. But from the reports, it seems like that their London studio might just be closing down, which is kind of wild because that's really the studio that does all of their VR games. So it's just like is Sony getting just like VR is just done? Like the PSVR 2 wasn't that successful, so it's just like done. And then I think there was a report like last week saying that they were going to try to make it PC compatible. So I guess is that what they're just going to do? Just like an offhands approach to it. So I don't know about that. And then I believe also just from their main like PlayStation Studios are also getting layoffs, but it's accumulating to 900. It's rough. It never gets any easier to talk about this stuff, but you know, it's unfortunate
More than
that
a year, man. It's we've been talking about this for more than a year now. I
yeah,
just hope all those people you could find the right job or the right field. You know that it sucks. It's just hardening, you know. Like, uh, just I want to support these studios, but also it's like you're not treating your people right. I don't. It's like
I
it's a destiny effect again for me. Like you're not treating your people right. I'm not participating in the game. Not that people didn't work hard on it either, but still, it's like
yeah,
I don't know.
it's that 2020 boom where it's like, oh man, so many people are buying video games. It's like because people can't fucking go anywhere, and so
Yeah.
they hired so many people because they had like this idea. It's like, oh, you know, this high is gonna ride forever, and it's like, no, that's not how it works. And so that we've just been seeing all these layoffs, you know, happen, and you know it's gonna continue to happen. You know, like, I can't because I know there's gonna be more layoffs happening in the future, especially with what was it what's that investor group? It's blanking my mind. The I'm probably gonna think about it later. People in the comments can just gonna rip me a new one. But besides the point, it's gonna be a lot more layoffs. It's very unfortunate. The best thing that we could do is try to support the game makers that we care about, or
Yeah.
you know, game makers in general, and also a game industry. Unionize the fuck up. I know they've been trying to for a long time, but hey, if now more than ever, fucking do it. So and support support unionizing the game industry because fuck, this is too
Yeah.
much. This is fucking
It's too
too
many
much.
people. That's too many people jobless.
So,
Way too many.
you know, you know, positive vibes going towards other people that are going to be losing their jobs. Hopefully,
Yeah.
this doesn't dishearten you from being in the game industry, because I know it's pretty easy to do that, and I know there's been a lot of people that have left the game industry, and I don't blame them. But like, it's a lot of talented people that
Yeah.
can make really cool stuff, but we're losing them because corporations can't fucking figure their shit out.
Nope.
Yeah. So that was that. Joel, do you want to
Found
get
that out
into
today, dude.
yeah?
Shit.
Do you want to get into the two big topics we're gonna be talking about today? I say since it's the freshest, let's start with the Pokemon Day stuff.
Yay, Pokemon! Changed my life, honestly. Woo!
Pokemon. But yeah, so Pokemon Company had their Pokemon Day little kind of direct today, just kind of go over the immediate plans that they have. Um, Kind of like most Pokemon directs, there wasn't too much to like talk about. They just kind of were giving updates on their mobile games. They talked about collaborations with their new anime series that's coming out here on the
Oh,
7th.
nice.
Even though it's already been out in Japan for over half a year already. But hey, we're getting it. I know I'm going to
Woo!
watch it. So that's cool. They did announce a new card game mobile app, Pokemon TCG Pocket, which seems a little interesting. So I didn't know this. So Joel, I've told you about TCG Live. That's
Yeah.
been out for a little while. Basically, it's Pokemon Company's new trading card game app. What I didn't know is that apparently that app isn't available in Japan. So Japan hasn't had a
Oh,
TCG app. So Pocket is going to be the TCG app for Japan, but it's also coming out everywhere else. So it's interesting. It's like a collection app. You have your like digital Pokemon cards, and what
yeah.
it seems like to me they're adding like older cards, like older classic cards. Because in their
Cool.
trailer they would like skip through a bunch of cards, but then I started noticing like a lot of older cards as well. And you'll be able to get packs, open packs, add to your collection. And I think the trailer says that if you have the app, you'll get like 2 free packs a day just for having the app. So like, okay, cool.
That's cool.
And you'll have your whole collection there, and then you'll be able to trade with people from the app. So if
Cool.
somebody else has like a card and you want to trade, you could just be able to trade from the app. And they're gonna have like a simplified battle system, so you can kind of play a quick version of the card game. It's I don't know if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links at all.
A little bit. I've seen someone play it before and they explained it to
So,
me.
so it's kind of like that. Like Duel Links was like a simplified version of Yu-Gi-Oh that was made just so that people can like play quickly and like
Yeah.
have fun. So it'd be kind of like that where it's like shrunken down. Like maybe you'll have like a smaller deck than normal, and then you just kind of play quick games with people. The cool thing that I thought was that they showed off this thing called like illustration mode or something like that, where you'll take a card and then you'll literally be able to go in like kind of like go into the card and see like the full illustration of the card, and it's like it
That's
kind of becomes like
cool.
this like pop out like 3D kind of thing that you'll be able to kind of
For
like
me.
view through,
That's
which is
cool.
really cool because for people that love the art, because usually how a lot of the card art's made sometimes is that the illustrator will make just this whole big picture and then they'll cut it out for each individual Pokemon. Where this one is like you'll be able to see the full illustration in like full view. So that looked like a very interesting thing. But yeah, it's just a cool, neat little app for the card game. They said it's coming out this year. They didn't say what date. It just says 2024. So we'll see. And the other big news is that we are getting a new Pokemon Legends game,
Hell
Pokemon
yeah.
Legends ZA. We just
Hell
got a
yeah.
teaser, so we haven't really seen what the game looks like, but they did say that it's coming out 2025. So
Oh, you know what
we're
that
not
means?
we're not getting a big game this year.
On the Switch too.
So here's the thing I want to kind of conspirarize with you. So
Spirit size.
last week there was like rumors and news going around that's saying that the Switch 2 is being delayed
Yeah.
until early next year. And so now that we're seeing that the Pokemon Legends ZA is saying it's coming out in
Yeah.
2025,
Yeah.
people are wondering, oh, this was supposed to be on the Switch too. Like the
Yeah.
idea was like, because Pokemon games usually come out in the fall time because they want to be around for Christmas because that's like their
Yep.
big,
Yep. Yep.
big money time. So the fact that they're releasing a big Pokemon game next year instead of this year kind of points to the fact that we might be getting a Pokemon game on the Switch 2's release, which will be interesting. I'm curious about the kind of game. So I guess because did you see the teaser trailer at all?
I saw some stills people shared. I haven't seen the teaser yet, which I'll
Okay.
do very soon now.
So it's pretty much like, from what I can gather and what like people are hypothesizing, is the whole idea of the game is based around Lumio City from X and Y.
Oh, hell yeah. That got
And
me back in, baby.
and so the assumption is that this game might have ties to the story of X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Kind of just like based off of the whole idea of the character AZ, and then the idea of possibly going into that history. And like some people are like fingers crossing maybe a little bit of like Pokemon Wars type stuff, but it looks like we might be messing with the idea of going back and forth between the past and the future of Lumio City.
Interesting.
Because like the whole teaser starts out with like this hand drawn kind of
Oh yeah,
like
it's sick.
sketch.
I'm watching it right now. I wanted to get
So you'll watch it, right?
I'm
But
trying
for people listening or watching this later, it's like you have this hand sketch like blueprint of Lumio City, and then it slowly transitions into this weird like metaverse. Yeah, there we go. For people
I'm
watching,
showing the yeah. There's a like it goes to this
it's
AR
like
kind of
it's like this
digital
AR like
Digimon thing.
metaverse kind of thing. So the idea is that we might be looking into the past to kind of predict the future of like Lumio City, or like just like unlocking the mysteries that were kind of left
Dude, this is hype.
hanging. Because thing, Joel, X and Y didn't get a third game, so there
It
was a lot
didn't,
of
huh? It went straight to Sun and Moon, right?
yeah. So there was a lot of stuff kind of left untold, because like what the fuck's up with Zygarde, and like what's all this that's just still left hanging here. So the idea is like, hey, we're finally getting our Z. It's just gonna be a Legends game. So that's
Oh,
interesting.
but at the end, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
baby.
of
Oh
course it's
yeah.
based off of X and
Oh
Y.
yeah.
Based off X and
Yeah.
Y,
Fuck yeah.
which means Megas are finally coming back. I think
Yeah. Why they ever
Megas is
get
like,
rid of them?
yeah, I mean, every version has to hawk their unique thing.
There was
I'm
no
excited
reason to,
though,
but
because I'm hoping for new Megas, because we got new versions of old Pokemon in Legends Arceus, so I'm hoping the same thing happens for AZ or ZA. I'm sorry, I keep saying AZ, but it's ZA. Joel, you played Arceus,
I didn't finish it, but yeah.
didn't finish it, but what you played of it, does that make you excited to have another Legends game coming out soon, or not soon,
Oh,
but
in the
coming out?
style of like X and Y, that's it. I don't need another Pokemon game ever again. I'm done. I'm sold. Switch 2, here I fucking come.
um, is there anything that you're hoping to see improved? Because I know if the
I
assumptions are right, that's coming out on the Switch 2, there's hopefully a upgrade from what they could
yeah.
have done with Arceus. So is there anything that you wish to see upgraded?
That random Pokemon reward thing where you randomly trade Pokemon, I hope it's still there and not as slow. That's it. That's all I want. I love doing that shit. That was so fun. I'm sending out this Bidoof. Here you go. Gets a Scyther. Nice.
Wonder
I
Training
got a
is fun.
Dialga once. That's what it's called. Thank
Really?
you. I loved Wonder Trade. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was generated. It was like level 100 and had great things, but um, yeah. Or someone was hella mad at someone had sent a Dialga. They're like, fuck this guy,
Wow.
and just yeah, I got a Dialga, and then I dropped my DS and it broke. So sad times.
No.
But hopefully Wonder Trading's back. But yeah, other than that, I actually really like the story too, as because I went from playing like Pearl and Diamond to Y. I didn't play Black and White 2. I tried. I was like, it's all right. I wanted to go back after playing Y. So I
I
know that's
understand.
your favorite, one
I
of your favorites.
understand.
But For me, after playing Y and going back, I just couldn't go back to the old
I
style.
mean, that's fair. I
I wish
was
I played black and white before, but I didn't.
I was slightly hoping for the announcement of a remake, but you know,
Yeah, I know.
if having Legends pushed back until next year hopefully means that is being worked on properly, I'll take it. For me, I think the only thing that I kind of hope gets a little bit of a rework is the battle system, because I felt like that was the most lacking part of Legends Arceus to me. Like being able to
I like
kind
it
of
there.
roam around the zones and like be able to interact and like catch Pokemon on the fly is something that we all kind of wanted in a Pokemon game, and we got it.
Since I was 7, dude. I've been wanting that for 30 years, almost 30 years.
But having for me the reworked battle system kind of didn't hit right with me, because I think like we talked about this a long time ago back when we were talking about Arceus, but just like the modern kind of RPG style doesn't really sit well with me, especially when I'm fighting Giratina and then it does one move that for some reason lets it attack 3 times in a row. Doesn't feel good to me. Or being blindsided by 4 Pokemon when I can only use one and I can never double battle kind of felt shitty to me. So I'm hoping
I
that
feel that for sure.
so I hope that maybe either they'll try to do like a more traditional combat style or kind of rework it to kind of modernize it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But overall, I think surprisingly this is the first time in a while where most people are actually fine with the announcements for, or at least the final announcement for a Pokemon Direct, which is wild to me that it took another Legends game and then it took them saying that it comes out next year instead of this year for people to be like, cool, fine, work on it. don't don't rush this shit.
Yeah. I hope sincerely, like, maybe things will change. I know a lot of people are getting laid off, but please take your time to make games. Please, like, we can wait. I know 2020 kind of, everyone had like the dollar sign eyes with because we were all stuck at home and had to look at a TV, but yeah, just make it pretty and we will I promise you the money will flow. Please.
Yeah.
Please, whoever needs to hear.
Uh, Ben in Twitch chat said I definitely preferred the old style Pokemon combat compared to what they started doing on any of the Switch titles. And that's the thing. There's so many variations of the same thing, but they all
Yeah.
kind of have a different because the first Switch game, the Let's Go games, was very simplified.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It didn't.
It
It wasn't
worked.
like
It was
to any
fun.
detriment.
You knew what you were expecting. It's literally, red and blue again with Pikachu. It's like a pumped up yellow version,
And it was
honestly.
like kind of like the precursor to like the free roaming Pokemon
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
sense. And like for me, like the formula that's been kind of going forward, with the variations depending on like what kind of gimmick, either Sword or Shield had with
Yeah.
like the Dynamaxing or Scarlet and Violet with the terrestrializing. You still have like the traditional Pokemon style, and then you had Legends that
Yeah.
tried to kind of mix that with like the modern anime RPG kind of style, which
Yeah.
some people really loved it and good on them, and some people like me kind of didn't like it, and kind of that's why I kind of stopped playing the game, because I couldn't beat Giratina, Joel. It was just so frustrating. Like I thought I
Dude,
had the
I didn't
upper
even make it
hand.
to the second area. Oh no, I didn't make it to the third area. I was something else came out and then
Fair.
fine.
But
I
yeah,
will say the 3 versus 1 is cool, but I was expecting eventually like 3v3, right? We've gotten used to that.
exactly.
Even with the classic games, we've had the 4v4 even, I think. So I think it's a missed opportunity, but I really hope with Pokemon Zaza, they
Zaza.
fucking they if we're in the wild, we get jumped by 5 Bidoofs. Yeah, I'm gonna send out my fucking 4 legendaries. Yeah, fuck them. You know, like my weird team of 4 Mr. Mimes with weird names, gonna slap them around. Like, I hope they do that. And if not, well, I'll still play it because it's X and Y. But yeah, at least
Yeah.
two. Come on, or
Like
three. Come on.
you get to run around Lumio City like catching Pokemon freely, just willy nilly. It's still gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna throw
Um,
Zygarde out all the time if it's 4v1.
but yeah, that was pretty much for the Pokemon Day news. It was kind of, a very small
Pokemon.
thing. I'm sure probably uh their next big anniversary. So I think their 30th is in 2026. That'll probably hopefully be a big year for Pokemon. But like I said, what we got was pretty cool. People that are into the mobile games got a treat. TCG players got a treat with the mobile app game, and you know the prospects of a new Legends game, which
Oh
people
yeah.
tend to really like. So,
Ryan, did Sun and Moon get a third game?
so they got.
Or was it DLC? Did they get DLC?
So it's kind of weird. Sun and Moon got a re. It's kind of a remaster, which is kind of weird because it came out like less than 2 years afterwards. Because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is pretty much the same story up until a point, and then the story changes. So it kind of what it feels like is like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was the game they wanted to make, but Sun and Moon is like the game they had at the time. But it's kind of funny because the ending they had for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon made people like Sun and Moon more.
That's funny.
Yeah. You've seen the Pokemon Necrozma, the like black
Yes.
prism.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Pyramid Head, right?
Yeah, so they had that Pokemon come out in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and it kind of had the same deal with
Oh, this one. Yeah, I've seen
you
it.
didn't play Black and White, or kind of
No,
like how
no.
Black and White Kyurem was able to fuse with either Zekrom or Reshiram. It was kind of like the same thing, where
Yeah, I remember that with the
where
cards.
Necrozma could combine with either Solgaleo or Lumala. I think that's the name, Lumala. So and also they had the reappearance of Rainbow Rocket. Like Team Rocket came back as Rainbow Rocket. It was weird. It was kind of weird. I love Sun and Moon. I kind of stopped playing Ultra Sun because like I just like Sun. I just like regular Sun better. It was simpler. Let's see. Ben says Pokeball really fumbled by not doing a combo Sun and Moon game and calling it Eclipse. Ooh, that's actually kind of neat. But yeah, I think definitely
I agree.
once X and Y came out, it was kind of clear that they were done doing the traditional like third version, and then
Yeah,
especially when Sun and Moon, or not Sun and Moon, but when Sword and Shield came out, it became very clear that their new process was that they were just going to release expansions from here on out.
yeah.
So yeah,
Pokemon
so,
Spear.
stand by for Pokemon Legends whenever the Switch 2 comes out, which will probably be March of next year. Who knows?
Time for anniversary. Happy anniversary to us.
Ian in the chat says I was big okay collecting the Pokemon cards. I had never really played much of the games. I mean, I played Diamond and the Diamond Remaster. Ooh. I'm not gonna hate because people do love Diamond and Pearl.
It was fun.
After playing Brilliant Diamond again, I remembered how much of a slog it was for me to play Diamond and Pearl. But you know what? To each their own. There's a lot of cool games. Like I said, we're gonna have the Pocket, the TCG Pocket app game come out.
Mhm.
It's gonna be cool. And yeah, happy Pokemon Day to all.
Silver's the
Uh,
best, but that's just rose tinted goggles for me. That's why forever silver and X and Y. Forever.
okay,
Of course, Pikachu has a special place in my heart, but that was
Let's
like
Go
8.
Pikachu was
So
kind of cool.
I'm talking about the
Oh,
original yellow version.
oh, yellow
That was
version.
like I love
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Years
that
in
was
that
cool.
game.
Okay, I guess we should get into the Nintendo Partner Direct that happened last week. We didn't get to talk about that yet.
Nope.
Of course, there are some people that were confused that it was a Partner Direct and not a Nintendo Direct. And it's like, where's the Switch? Where's the Switch 2 at? And it's like, okay, cool. You
It's
you
coming.
miss you misread the memo. But we got some pretty
I
cool
did.
announcements. Uh, I'm actually kind of surprised. There was actually a lot of interesting partner announcements that came out. This is where we got the first bit of announcements for the Xbox games that were coming to other consoles. Nintendo is getting. Let's see. Let me pull it up here. But Joel, while I look this up, were you able to catch any of the Nintendo Direct last week?
No, I was asleep, getting ready for work too. I don't know. But I
I mean,
did
fair.
hear the big news. Yeah, it starts early. You want to drop this news, or you want to lead up to it?
Well, I'm trying to suss out which news that you're talking about.
Oh, I'm thinking about the one you texted us about.
Okay.
You were like super
Well,
excited.
I want to hold on that. So I pulled up a list of the stuff that was announced. For the Xbox games that are transitioning to multi-platform, Nintendo first announced that they're getting Grounded. For people that don't know what Grounded is, it's the kind of like exploration survival game where it's kind of like Honey I Shrunk Your Kids. So you're in like your
Yeah.
backyard and it's all like the big bugs that you kind of have to survive and do. So that's gonna be cool. It definitely looks like it's on the Switch for sure. Let's see. Also, what was the other
Pentiment,
game?
right? Pentiment's coming to
Pentiment.
Switch.
Thank you, Joel. Yeah, so Pentiment is the other Xbox game that's coming to the Switch. And then, of course, it was kind of weird because those two got announced from the Direct. And then immediately after, they just kind of released the news for Sea of Thieves and Hi Fi Rush for PS5. It was just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have news that more rare games are coming to the Nintendo Switch Online and expansion pack. So we get Blaster Core, we get Battletoads 2, I think. And then we're getting the original Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo, which I didn't realize. This is the
Damn.
original version that hasn't gotten a re-release ever. Because
Oh.
that one got released, and then Killer Instinct Gold Edition came out, and that was like the one that kept kind of getting redone. It was put into Rare Replay, and I was like that. But this is like the first time the Super Nintendo Killer Instinct is being ported to something else. So that's cool. That's a cool little history fact.
Nice. Cool.
Let's see. Epic Mickey is getting a remaster for the
Forgot
Switch,
about
which
that
is
game.
neat. It's a very highly regarded platformer. I remember playing it on the Wii, so it would be kind of cool to see it remastered and not on the Wii. and get to play that again. Let's see. We got a new Super Monkey Ball, which is kind of neat. Um, they showed off another Crap's Treasure, which we saw at PAX last year.
Oh
The
yeah.
the Crab Souls like game, which
Yep.
this trailer revealed for the first time it's gonna be fully voice acted, which is sick. That's
Nice.
something we did not know before.
Mm-mm.
Uh, but yeah,
Those
I guess we should.
crabs.
But I guess we should get into some of the news that we were talking about, Joel.
Oh hell yeah.
Surprisingly, uh, Switch announced. Now this is going to be multi-platform, but Switch announced that we are getting the two original Star Wars Battlefront games. It's
Hell
called
yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. It's going to be involving Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, the original
Nice.
ones, fully loaded. They're going to have all of their content. They're going to actually also have some of the hidden content. I think, Joel, correct me if I'm wrong, but only the console versions had. It was
Yes, I
like
believe
DLC
so.
content, Kit
Yeah, you
Fisto,
had to
and
connect it to the internet, which was like a foreign concept to me when I had my PS2 a
yeah.
long time ago.
Because I played the PC versions back in the day, and from what I remember, they did not have that content, surprisingly.
No. They had
But
mods
that's
though.
they did have mods. That is true. That's cool. We're going to be getting pretty much the full content slate of both games. Also, they announced that they are having online servers for multiplayer. And I think they said it's up to
Nice.
64 players, which is sick.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people playing some classic Battlefront, which is going to be great.
Hmm.
Let's see. So yeah,
My
Joel.
only thing I'm worried about, or
Yeah.
sorry, wary about, is they did promise a lot for another re-release, and they just ended up porting the same game. I'm talking about Coder 2. Um, Knights Old Republic 2. They promised to have the restored content mod on the game, and it never came with it. So they even, yeah, just sent out the whole game again, basically, on the Switch. So I just hope they actually deliver with this game. That would be really cool. I
I
don't
didn't
doubt them, but it is possible. Just
I didn't see
something to keep on your radar.
who's actually doing the classic collection. Yeah, let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, they even got like sued. The guy, some guy was like, "I
Oh,
was
I hope they
promised like
did.
restored content," and they didn't. I don't know what happened. Maybe they paid the guy off, or I don't know. But they got sued for not putting that restored content.
Oh, Aspire. Okay. So this is the team that has been doing all of the old classic Star Wars game ports, like the Knights of the Old, not that's no Republic, the Jedi Outcast, Pod Racer, um,
Nice.
Commando games. So they're the ones that are doing this, and so I mean, cool. From what I've played, the Pod Racer game. It feels great. So
Yep.
I have no doubt that they'll do a good job. I'm just excited to play the Starfighter mode again because for what they tried to do with the Starfighter modes in the newer Battlefront games, like I felt like Battlefront original Battlefront 2 and then Battlefront 1 that had the vehicle maps were so
Yeah.
good. So I'm really happy to be able to play those again. So Joel, when this game comes out, are we going to be capturing command posts?
Just like the simulations.
Um, and I guess from there, the announcement that surprised the fuck out of me, and I had to tell you guys right away. They
Yes, you
announced
did.
that Gundam Breaker 4 is coming out, which is wild to me that they announced it for the Switch. It's coming out on multi-platform as well, but the fact that we're actually getting it is surprising to me because
Hmm.
the first three games we never got. Three we were able to
Nope.
kind of get because they had an English translation version that you could buy overseas, so you can technically play
Yep.
it. But this is going to be the first time in a while because they did make a new breaker, which did horribly. It was the first one they tried to bring over to the States like initially, and it's like it was just a bad game in general. So I'm happy that they're actually going back to the original series and also bringing it overseas.
Yep.
Did I ever let you borrow the game?
No.
I'm gonna let you
Do I
borrow
want
the.
to?
I
Should I? Should I?
I know you have a lot of games to play. What I love about the
Oh,
Breaker games,
too
it's a
many.
game that's easy just fuck around and just play. I'm gonna let you borrow three because I think
All right.
you need to witness firsthand. Because I know you, Joel. You're you're a fucking gunpla builder to the max. I've seen your shelves.
I'm all right.
So
They've been thinned out a little bit. Yeah.
like I know like this game's up our alley already just because it's Gundam, but I think this game's
Yeah.
gonna be really up your alley just because this game is like the main part of this game is that you kit bash model sets.
I know. I've seen your kit bash that I
Oh
watched you
yeah,
put it together. It's on your shelf,
it's right over there.
and I can name the pieces of it too. I know some of the pieces. Of it.
But no, this is great because it's going to be easily accessible to everybody. We'll be able to get it, you know, on the Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, I think PC as well. When it comes out, it's going to be pretty much up to date with all the Gundam series because I saw that
Yeah,
Ariel was
buddy.
in there. I'm assuming the more recent like special projects will also be in there as well. What I think is really
So,
cool is something that they announced today is that from day one they're going to have English voice acting and they're bringing back veteran voice actors from the old Gundam series to voice their characters again, which is sick because for the longest time, especially for Gundam games, they haven't really thrown a bone to the English voice actors that much. Like
yeah.
Battle Operations 2, like up like almost 2 years into its lifespan, put in English voice acting. So it surprised the hell out of me that they said right off the bat, it's like, yeah, we're gonna put in the English voice actors again. It's like every character is gonna get their voice actor back, which is great because I think the last time we actually had a game like that was like the Dynasty Warrior games, and that was like in the mid 2000s.
2000. Yeah, like fucking 12, 13 for the
Yeah,
third one.
so that's really cool. I'm super excited about it. I think I'm almost excited about that more than the new Tenkaichi game for Dragon Ball. Yeah, Joel, are you gonna get?
I am
Are you
more
gonna get that?
excited for Gundam than Dragon Ball Z. What the fuck?
Seriously, bro. When you play Breaker 3, you're gonna understand. And then when I tell you that in 4 they're gonna give you even more customization options, you're gonna fucking blow a load. I shit you not. You're gonna be like, holy shit, I could do what?
I,
But
I
no.
saw a still actually of Grandpa, the Arc 78, looking at a bigger version of Grandpa about
Mm,
to fight him. So I'm pretty hyped. Hopefully they have some more goofy shit like that. I'm all for that in Gundam.
like it's the meme of like the person that just got into Gunpla building, and it's like you have your little like entry level grade, and then the person like fucking plops down their perfect grade model. It's like, oh fuck.
Ready. My body is ready.
Body is ready. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting. But I was gonna ask you, Joel, if you get into Breaker, are you gonna get that collector's edition to get that model?
You know how I feel about the Forbidden One. Uh, no hate to those who like Gundam Seed. It's just not my cup of tea. I know they got a movie coming out, very popular in the East with Asia and stuff. And there are, I feel like younger fans of Gundam that really like Seed. It's sorry, Gundam Wing and the original Gundam. That's where it's at. I know Marcelo likes Seed too. I just couldn't. Cute Kira's ugly crying. Anyway, uh, I will say, confession, I have built a Master Grade Strike Noir. It was given to me. So, but it did look cool. It is a kit bashed, or not kit bashed. It is a custom strike, right? From like I think the Build Fighter show. The colors are really cool. I'll say it pops, looks fun. The fact that it's a Gunpla for a special edition with the game is dope.
Yes,
But I don't know. I don't know.
I'm probably getting it because not only that, it's also getting a steelbook, and I'm a sucker for steelbook. So exclusive
Damn it, that
Gunpla.
convinced me. And there's a steel book? Fuck.
I don't make the
Hey,
rules. I just bow down to the steelbook overlords and commit.
well, I'm gonna make some weird shit. I'm gonna make like a Gauf with like gun tank cannons. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do
And
some weird shit.
they will let you do it. But you know what I'm excited about? Um, I guess this is a little telling about where they're going from 3 to 4. But in 3, you're only able to do sectional like customization. So it's like you had your head,
Makes sense.
torso, arms, and legs.
Yeah,
From what
yeah.
it seems like for 4, you're going to be able to customize each individual section. So it's like you'll have one arm, like head, torso.
Good.
I don't know about
Good.
legs because they have to make it function properly, but like
Yeah, yeah.
to have that much more customization is going to be fun, especially because you could make you've seen it before, Joel. You can make fucking freaks in that
I was just
game.
thinking about I want to make the big Zom do F91 after images, something obscene and deadly.
Give it fuck
Big
it,
Zom with
give
the
it Trans
fucking
Am
weak
too.
zero.
You just go for it.
Big Zom Trans Am. Oh my god, the world's over. Done.
Just slap
Make
as
the
many GN drives as you can. Make it go
you're gonna make
ballistic.
fucking Ariel drop a colony on Amuro's head. That's what it's gonna be.
But yeah, dude. Super excited. Um, let's see. Of course, there was some other, smaller announcements that kind of we'll get into just because, it's kind of not our bag, really. I guess the last announcement they made was kind of cool. A new Endless Ocean game, Endless Ocean
I didn't see
Luminous,
that.
is coming out. So, for a little history lesson, Endless Ocean came out near the end of the Wii. And it's basically just like this chill. You're like a deep sea diver, just like going through the ocean. And you get to see a bunch of sea life. And it's kind of like a very chill, mellow game. So this is the sequel of that. So what they're doing is that it's going to be kind of the same thing. I think they said there's going to be like over 200 different like sea life that you'll be able to kind of find and
Oh, wow.
discover. But the ocean is going to be procedurally generated. So every time you dive in, it's going to change like what you're going to see and like where you're going to be. But
What's the
also,
meta for diving in the ocean though? Like I want to know the meta
what's
for
the
the procedural generated fucking map.
but the interesting thing is they said that it's going to be up to 30 player multiplayer.
What?
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to make that work, but you and like 29 other people could just fucking swim the ocean. chill out and
Sounds like a
do
chill time. Yeah. I mean, if you there do needs to be more chill games like that,
survive.
honestly.
Yeah, but I was just kind of it was kind of funny. Like I remember saying like people like thinking that the one last thing is going to be like the biggest news ever, and it's like, oh, Endless Ocean. Oh, that was a game. Huh. Okay. So yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the partner direct. I know people are probably wanting more of like the first party announcements, but I think if there's anything that they'll announce that will be for a later year, will probably be at Summer Game Fest. But I don't know because I guess if their plans for the Switch 2 are being pushed back a little bit, I don't know what their fall season's gonna look like. Especially if they assume that's when like their new stuff was coming out. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
All I know is that I'm gonna be playing Gundam Breaker 4 and
I
Battlefront. To be
probably will be
honest,
playing it too.
I'll definitely be playing
You
Battlefront.
mentioned 30 players online. That reminds me of the 30. I was thinking about the other day too. The 33 Immortals game. I've been waiting to hear more about that. That just was a thing concept. There was a trailer for it a while ago. It's like a top-down kind of like hack and slash roguelite. You could have 33 people play with you. Yeah, 33 Immortals. I just remembered the other day. I was like, I wonder if they're still working on that, or is that still going to happen?
33 Immortals. They had a trailer 8 months ago.
They had a new trailer? Or was it the same one? I don't remember.
No, it's their official trailer. Let's see, Xbox. Okay, I kind of remember this game a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says release date 2024, so there isn't a official release date yet.
Oh, well,
I don't know because I bet you definitely Xbox has had to readjust things a little bit. So I don't know if
yeah.
it was put on the back burner or they're just waiting because I feel like they would have talked about it at their developer presentation last month if it was coming out soon.
No idea. You just reminded me with the 30 players online in Luminous Ocean. I was like, oh, what about this game?
Maybe we'll hear about it more in the summertime. Maybe.
Probably.
But yeah. Besides that, that's pretty much it for the direct that is worth mentioning, at least on this podcast. Let's see. Was there any news that you wanted to bring up, Joel?
Nope. Just I think we have done some good stuff in the past 3 years, and we're not done yet. We've still got there's more content coming, and we got some roundtables on the way. It's
That's
I can't
right.
believe it's been 3 years. That's all. It's just crazy. Then we capped it off with you winning the belt, eating Kurt Angle.
Yeah, baby.
Uh, yeah, I do think that system was fun, but needs an overhaul for sure. I hope in the next game, the GM mode gets some fixes, and I hope there's a crossover. I was expecting crossover at the WrestleMania section, but I would have loved to see Medical Bill take on like Cody Rhodes or something. You know, it would have been funny, at least to me. But
Well, you know what,
I
Joel?
also get that it won't. But
You just have to wait one more week to find out.
I don't know if I'm getting that game, but I did get my tax
Well,
return.
I'm
So,
I'm gonna get the game, Joel. We don't.
I know
We
you're
both
getting
don't
it, but
have to get the
maybe I
game.
want to play it.
Well,
Maybe I
then you
wanna
can
play
buy the game. Fuck, I don't know.
No, I gotta play Helldivers. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta play Helldivers. Speaking of, you went to Monday Night Raw last night. Tell us about it.
Ah, that's right. I took the belt with me, and I went to Monday Night Raw. It was fun. Um, went with our buddy Kevin from Round Two Gaming. We took a trip down to San Jose to go see Monday Night Raw live. It's been a while. I remember the last time I went to a TV event was when I took you in
The Chase
2020.
Center, right? What was that?
Yeah,
Was it 2020 or was
it
it
was January. It
2019?
was January 2020.
Fuck.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
it was it was kind of wild to be back because I kind of forgot the process of watching a live TV show being made. Because there's moments where they have wrestlers doing their entrance, and it's one of those things where they're making an entrance as they go to commercial. So they'll be doing their entrance, and halfway down the ramp, like the lights go dark, and like an ad comes up on the big screen, and so like they're in commercial, and so they make the rest of their entrance without their music in the dark, and I'm just like, that feels weird. It feels like something went wrong.
That does feel like something went wrong.
But then like when
It
they get
wasn't
back
as
to
egregious, I think, when we saw it at Raw. They would just have them actually come out, and then the camera guy would be waiting for them to stop with commercial.
yeah, but it was like weird because like when they came back to commercial, they'd ramp up the music and the lights again, so it made it look like it was always playing.
Oh
It's like,
no.
oh, I don't remember it. But yeah, it was a fun time. I got to sit behind the WrestleMania sign, which is great. So
Nice.
me and Kevin got to pretend that every time Cody pointed towards the sign, he was pointing towards us, as you do.
You had to finish
Uh,
the story.
Gotta finish the story. But yeah, it was cool. I got a few compliments on the belt, which was kind of cool.
Nice.
People recognizing the beauty that is the World Nerdyweight Championship. But yeah, no, it was a fun time. It's been a while since I've been to a big WWE event, so it was nice to get back where I feel natural.
Nice.
Oh, Ben in chat says, Brian, I'm gonna have to poke your brain later about a specific pay per view from the '90s. My boss was working one in Kansas City where someone got thrown off of a pyramid or something.
What?
Okay, sure. I don't have a fresh idea about the
Great if I
'90s, but I'm
WWE
very interested to
pay per
go on this
view
journey with you.
90s pyramid. I should type in Kansas City. Sorry.
I will say though,
I haven't found anything yet.
it was kind of funny because I forgot that Pat McAfee is doing the announcements for Raw, or he's one of the commentators for Raw.
Yeah.
So when he came out, it was like, oh shit, it's Pat McAfee, and he is a fucking character live. Like he gets on his chair, he fucking gets hype, and it's like, oh man,
Oh, nice.
it felt really cool. And like there's this guy there that says, it's like, I'm here for Pat McAfee, and he like looks at the guy and he's like, you the one, man, you the one.
That's funny.
And apparently it was like Michael Cole's birthday, so he made the crowd sing happy birthday for Michael Cole.
That's funny. Michael Cole.
Michael Cole. But says maybe a pyramid. I don't know. We can look at it later. Okay, for sure. I'm actually very intrigued. I wanna find this out because I probably know what it is, but I have to like refresh my memory.
Pyramids of time.
Pyramids of
In your
time and
mind.
space.
You bridge the connection of the worlds.
Ugh. All right. Well, unless if you have anything you wanted to bring up about your week, Joel.
My stratagem is smoke, smoke, smoke. No, that's, I don't know if we mentioned it before. We started an honor run in Baldur's Gate. I think maybe I mentioned it on the live stream,
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The hardest difficulty we started, me, my buddy Matt and Jameson. We didn't die yet. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's funny because me and Matt did a run before, but he didn't turn it down or turn it up. We were playing unbalanced, right? We did a whole couple hours. Like, damn, we're kicking ass, dude. And he's like, oh, I didn't change the difficulty. So we made it to like this little dungeon, and we're like, oh, no wonder we were kicking ass. But yeah, it's interesting not being able to scum save because I do that a lot with a role I don't like usually. Um, but for storytelling, I do keep it. But it's just it's like, oh no, your choices are permanent. This is some real life shit. And then yeah, so we didn't get too far. But next time we play Brian, when it's me, you, Matt, and Nate, we got a big story beat, and I really want to see what you guys do and how we do. So I'm excited for that. Uh, Baldur's
Okay.
Gate, great, but I'll be honest. My love has been Helldivers since I got it. Shout out to
Yeah.
Ben helping me get it, and Marcelo, of course. It's been hella fun. Uh,
Ben says, I can't see shit when he smokes.
you can't, but I
I
can. I can see shit.
so I haven't used a smoke stratagem yet. So do you actually have like vision through your smoke?
It's very, very,
Minimal.
very little.
Okay.
It's minimal. I just do it to cover us when we're escaping. That's it. Or if I'm running, I'm like, fuck this shit, cover my ass, and boom. So I just got the orbital laser though, and I'm ready.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. Ben knows. Yesterday I tried the Tesla, and I got fucking killed. So, but yeah, super fun game. I hope Sony be cool. I know you're going through some shit right now, doing weird shit, laying people off, but throw Xbox a bone. Make this game fucking go up. Let's get our brothers and sisters and whoever else on Helldivers on Xbox. I think that game was made for Xbox, honestly. If it takes a year, fine. But I think it should come to Xbox sooner rather than later. That's all I gotta say.
Hell divers need their Spartans.
Yeah, Cortana coming in.
All right. Well, I guess that'll be it for the podcast this week. A little bit of a short podcast, but we wanted to make sure we covered the biggest news from the past week. I guess for a little bit of news housekeeping before we go, make sure if you haven't seen our streams, you can go check them out at UWN Rewind on YouTube. Is where we have all of our Twitch VODs. You can go relive the chase for the title series. Episode 4 will have to be in multiple parts because it was a long stream.
Dude, it was 6.5 hours.
It was pretty long.
Yeah, thank you to the boba we got. Holy shit, that kept us awake.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. And of course,
yes, it was.
Go check out our other episodes that we've had either on our YouTube or on podcast services. Go check it out. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, I guess.
Facebook,
Twitter, I
just want to
guess.
say on YouTube, we finally hit 30 followers. That's a big deal. 3 years, 30.
That's right.
We're getting there. So, might not seem a lot, but to us, that's a lot. So, hell yeah. TikTok, I think we just got 32. So,
oh, hey, there you go. Double 30.
I think 28 or 30, something like that. So, again, like Brian was saying, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Threads, YouTube for sure. Again, yeah, like he was saying, the rewind, we have so much fun with our live content, so go check it out.
Yes. And of course, if you're not watching us live, you can come watch live and hang out with us in the chat, like right now at twitch.tv/UnitedWeNerd.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And of course, like I said before, every last Sunday of the month will be our championship stream, where the challenger has to challenge the champion, and Joel has a week left to make the challenge. What will it be? You'll have to find out. Make sure you follow us on social media. to find out what his decision will be. And of course, to hang out and talk about nerdy stuff along the way.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes. Uh, Without further ado, Twitch chat, just hang out for a little bit. For everybody else, thank you for watching or listening. Make sure you comment, like, do all this, all the other stuff. Help the engagement algorithm, and also, chat with us. We love to talk nerdy shit with everybody. But yeah, until next time, keep all nerding.
Skirt angle. First skirt angle was cursed.